New U.S. visa rule to include $15,000 bond. What it means, who's affected. The United States will soon begin requiring some foreign nationals to pay visa bonds of up to $15,000 as part of a pilot program aimed at reducing visa overstays, the U.S. State Department announced on Monday. The move is part of U.S. President Donald Trump's continued push to tighten immigration controls since returning to office in January. The 12-month program, which starts August 20, will apply to certain applicants for B-1 business and B-2 tourist visas from countries deemed high risk for visa overstays, reported news agency AFP. What is the new U.S. visa program? According to a U.S. State Department notice set to be published in the Federal Register on Tuesday, consular officers may require covered non-immigrant visa applicants to post a bond of up to $15,000 as a condition of visa issuance. The minimum bond amount is $5,000, and the money will be returned if the traveler adheres to visa terms. Those who remain in the U.S. beyond the permitted duration will forfeit the full bond. The program also restricts entry and exit to a list of pre-selected airports in the United States for those required to pay the bond. Who all will be affected? The country's State Department said the measure targets nationals from countries with high visa overstay rates, as identified in a 2023 Department of Homeland Security report. Additionally, applicants from countries where screening and vetting information is deemed deficient or where citizenship can be acquired by investment without a residency requirement may also be required to post a bond. Countries will be identified based on high overstay rates, screening and vetting deficiencies, concerns regarding acquisition of citizenship by investment without a residency requirement, and foreign policy considerations, a State Department spokesperson said in response to an AFP query. However, neither the spokesperson nor the notice listed the countries that will be immediately affected. According to DHS and U.S. Customs and Border Protection data cited by news agency Reuters, nations such as Chad, Eritrea, Haiti, Myanmar, Yemen, Burundi, Djibouti, and Togo have shown high overstay rates. How will it work? The bonds are intended as a financial deterrent. If visa holders leave the country on time, the amount will be refunded in full. If they overstay, the money will be retained by the government. The pilot will apply only to B-1 and B-2 visa applicants and will require them to travel in and out of designated airports. The State Department said it cannot estimate how many people will be affected, but a spokesperson noted the criteria and country list may be updated over time. What is the Trump administration saying? The pilot reinforces the Trump administration's commitment to enforcing U.S. immigration laws and safeguarding U.S. national security, a State Department spokesperson said. The notice describes the program as a key pillar of the Trump administration's foreign policy to protect the United States from the clear national security threat posed by visa overstays. A similar pilot was introduced in November 2020 during Trump's first term, but was never fully implemented due to the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on global travel. New program may have narrow effect. A U.S. Travel Association estimated the scope of the program to be relatively narrow, likely affecting only about 2,000 applicants from countries with low travel volume, according to Reuters. However, the group raised concerns that the new requirement could hurt inbound tourism. If implemented, the U.S. will have one of, if not the highest, visitor visa fees in the world, the association said. The association also pointed to signs of waning international interest in U.S. travel, noting that transatlantic airfares had dropped to pre-pandemic levels and that travel from Canada and Mexico had declined by 20% year-on-year. While the program is expected to impact a relatively small number of travelers, concerns remain about its effect on tourism and U.S. global accessibility. As enforcement begins, its long-term influence on international travel behavior and diplomatic ties will be closely watched. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
New US visa rule to include $15,000 bond. What it means? Who is affected? Starting August 20, the US will enforce a 12-month pilot program requiring B1 and B2 visa applicants from countries with high overstay is to pay refundable bonds up to $15,000. The video target nations with a weak rating systems or citizenship by investment programs. Travelers must use designated airports and board will be forfeited if they overstay. The Trump administration says this program strengthens immigration enforcement and national security. Although it may affect only around 2,000 applicants, critics warn it could deter tourism and raise visa costs, potentially making the US one of the most expensive destinations for international visitors to enter.